reacting to red flags. This could be a relationship. I don't understand what the title red flags mean. So we're just gonna drop straight into it and see what he's talking about. Let's get to it.
Red flags. It seems like nowadays, a lot of things are classified as a red flag, even though sometimes that might not be the case. At this point, it seems like to me that red flag just became a buzzword. Everyone's throwing it around, everybody's calling this a red flag and that a red flag.
There are a lot of red flags and unacceptable things that people do in this world. Let's keep it G real.
A red flag is just anything that may cause potential problems in a relationship, or it will just be an unhealthy relationship dynamic.
So we are talking about relationship. Got you.
A particular person. So I guess everybody's red flags are different, but at the same time though, you cannot say him eating a sandwich.
Listen, I run a real strict program over here, so I have a lot of things I would be considered red flags. But off the top of my head, I'm gonna give y'all three. That too friendly, um, too easy. Not necessarily too easy, but irresponsible and lack of accountability. I ain't gotta explain it, but them just the first thing that came off my mind. Not in no type of order, but I have maybe 20 plus red flags. Just yeah.
A Tuesday is an it.
That's
Like,
just
damn,
no-goes.
can I not eat a sandwich in peace? All right, nobody said that shit. I'm just making up a dumb example. But yeah, these are things I would personally consider a red flag. So yeah, let's just start with the first one. People that are super controlling. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the most important ones. Like, I feel like it could definitely go both ways. Sometimes people dead ass will say like, oh, I don't want to see you hanging out with this person, even though they did nothing to wrong you at all. And they're basically just saying that so you're only hanging out with them and you're not hanging out with your friends.
That's called insecure and controlling and being manipulative because people want to be the only person that you have. And then they get irritated with your presence because they're around you 24/7. Now y'all broke up, now you have nobody to go to. Hey, that's just what it is. It should happen every day, bro.
Like, that's just lame, bro. But it's different, obviously, if somebody's like actually being a dickhead to you and they're just not a good person and you're advising them to stay away from that person. But there will dead ass be people trying to control their partner's entire life like they're a Sims character. So of course this can lead to a very toxic environment for the relationship, and sometimes it will even go down to the most minuscule.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna sit. I ain't gonna sit here and say that I'm controlling, but it's just certain things I'm not going for. And if you don't agree with what I'm not going for, the rules or the standards, boundaries that I have set for myself, I'm sure it's millions, maybe billions of other dudes in this world that's going for that shit, but I'm not. So go find somebody that, you know what I'm saying, straight like that, bro.
Details like what they're gonna eat for lunch today. Like, all right, bro, it's not that deep. Now we got being spoiled. Now, regardless of if it's in a relationship or not, this is a huge red flag. Everybody hates a spoiled ass brat to begin with. Like, these are the type of people that expect like a $10,000 handbag and a $1,000 dinner on the very first date, and then otherwise they'll just say that they're not worth their time. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and drop a band on the first date. And they will definitely be the type of person to dip on.
Then the way that the economy is today, you'll have to be living with your parents or just born into a rich environment to be able to do that. Ain't nobody doing that. You know how much gas is, how much living is, rent, whatever. Food even went up, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? You talking about being spoiled? Hey, man. That's why it's best to focus on yourself and try to build the person, build yourself into the person that you want to be, so you don't have to worry about that. And then eventually you're gonna attract people that's like-minded. If you continue to sit there chasing girls, you eventually gonna chase the wrong one and be in the fucked up position. But that's just life, though.
Like, the moment you stop getting bread or something, like if you lose your job, God forbid some terrible shit happens, they're out, bro. They're dipping. You're not able to give them a $10,000 handbag for Christmas. Good riddance. Or I don't know, even dudes, like, it could go both ways. Like, they'll get mad at their girlfriend, like, oh, you didn't get me this $5,000 PC with these insane ass specs. Like, all right, bro. Now we got the gender wars people. Of course, this had to be on here because, especially in the Big 25, I've been seeing a lot of this shit go down, bro. bro. Mainly on the internet. It's probably not gonna leave the internet.
I hate men. I hate women. If everybody thought like that, we would go into extinction because we wouldn't touch each other. We would touch. Pause. Pause. There would be a lot of homosexual relations instead of heterosexual relations if everybody had that mindset. And with homosexual relations, we can't reproduce anymore because a man can't reproduce with a man and a girl can't reproduce with a girl. And what does that leave us to? Extinction. So I just don't understand. Like, how can you sit there and say that you hate a whole subgroup of people because one person did you wrong or a couple people did you wrong? Maybe you should do better at picking uh partners so you don't have to deal with that.
Or maybe it will on some
Just
slight
saying.
off chance. Now, a lot of you are probably like, what is gender wars? What it is pretty much, it's a group of people from each gender that hate the opposite gender because they had a lot of
Like,
bad
as a
experiences.
man, how can you hate women? Like, that's the sassiest thing ever. If you hate women, I'm just convinced that you like that. And if you like that, that's cool for you. But don't try to push that shit on other people. Keep that to
Like in
yourself.
relationships, but your bad experiences should not dictate an entire gender of people. Like, that's just a crazy way of thinking. Then some people, it gets so bad that like there'll be like, oh, women are the root of all evil and they cause all our problems. And then there's some girls out there that are like, oh my god, men suck, men shouldn't exist. So yeah, they will create these videos that sometimes go viral. Like, sometimes this shit is dead ass a viral opinion. How? People are just stuck in an echo chamber.
Because the opinion is so egregious, and then you got people like agreeing with it on the internet, and you got people that's just 100% against it. So they sharing, then they commenting, then boom, it's viral. All you gotta do is say some stupid shit on the internet, and you're bound to go viral. Shit, they don't even believe in what they're saying most of the time. A lot of the time, rather, not most, but a lot of the time.
And they just hear what they want to hear. And that's it. They never change their perspective on anything. And also, imagine showing up to a date and this girl's talking about how men suck. Like, yeah, bro, I'm going home and I'm never talking to her again. And just dealing
Yeah,
with
for sure.
them ranting to you about the opposite gender. Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare to me. I would not want to deal with that
Like,
shit.
why would you want that type of energy around you? Why? Life is already, this is my favorite saying, life is already as hard as is. Why would I add something else just another stressor? You think you sitting here crying about the next man or the other dude is gonna make me want you even more? What are we talking about here? What?
We got them having a link in their bio that leads to, yeah,
What
Milton loves rocks,
Hey y'all, welcome to the Bro
so he
Side
bought a
YouTube.
.rocks
We get
domain name
ads.
with Squarespace,
Eventually we get an
so you
ad
can
pop.
see.
But right
yeah,
now,
you know what.
vibe out.
Yeah, I don't even think I have to sit here and explain this. I don't have to sit here and explain why I would never date Bonnie Blue a day in my life. Like, you are selling your soul to Gooner culture. And right now, it seems like it's at its peak. So a lot of people are going to be purchasing that content. And I don't think we put enough blame on the people buying that shit. Like, bro, really? And also, there's some
But
people
like,
that...
bro, I don't understand. Some people just need to be, they need to go take a early talk to the Lord and have their organs donated to people that actually need them, because you're wasting time and money on things that's just detrimental to society. Why are you paying for one girl's OnlyFans when all type of videos are free on certain sites? You can see 100 of her, but you rather pay her? What are we talking about here, bro?
literally just do OF for the love of the game. Like, they're not even getting paid to do it. They just fucking do it. Like, that is nuts. Like, you pretty much
For
ruined
the
your
attention.
chance of ever
Oh,
having a job
just like
again
for the
just to
attention.
make like $2 off of like one donation. That is just insane. They didn't even try finding their true passion or anything like that. Nope, they just started an OnlyFans. But some people really are getting a bag off these dudes, which is crazy. Like, I don't know how the fuck that's even happening, but still, selling your soul to Gooner culture is wild, and I'm not dating anybody like that, me personally. Now we got looking for a huge income. Now I understand that people want somebody that's able to provide for them. That totally makes sense. It's those type of people that are like, oh, if you don't make $1 million a year, have a supercar, and have a mansion, you're getting blocked. Like, I get everybody's got a preference, but bro, nobody should be getting curved for that reason. Like, it should just be based.
No, that's just modern. That's how I see it, bro. Call it what you want. They just making prostitution. They trying to make prostitution cool. They're trying to make it to the point where it's cool for you to receive money for sexual actions. It's cool for you to get paid to do sexual work for money. That's literally what it is. Like, what are we talking about here?
If they genuinely like the person. Like, that has nothing to do with who they are as a person, whether or not they have a supercar. Like, and if their partner's in a tough situation, like they lost their source of income, they're just gonna dip. Like, that's just lame, bro. Like, what? You just didn't even like them at all. Like, the only reason you stuck around was for all the luxuries they had. Now, this type of person has been around for
Prostitute. Yeah.
years, of course, but currently today you'll see TikToks talking about, oh, my boyfriend has to make $1 million a year to support my lifestyle.
That's just rage bait. Engagement farming, they might say. Engagement farming, what is that? Making an egregious take on the internet so you can get multiple likes, shares, and comments. Yeah.
I'm just making up an example. Oh, say something along those lines. Now we got gaslighting. Now, gaslighting, for those of you that don't know what it is, it's pretty much the idea of convincing somebody that, oh, they're crazy and this never happened, even though they're lying straight through their teeth and they know for a fact that that shit happened. There was some stupid acronym going around. It was the 3Gs: gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I don't know if it was meant to be ironic or not. I mean, it probably was, to be honest with you.
That's just corny. What are we talking about here? What is? I'm trying to think how to say this nicely, bro. This because a woman, I feel like there's no such thing as an incelibate woman, because a woman can just bust it up and go get laid anywhere, because guys gonna go for that. But it's like, on the other hand, if a man was to say that, I mean, I guess it depends on the type of dude. Somewhat attractive, rich, they going. So, but if you broke and you saying that, nah.
People genuinely took that shit and really lived by it. They were gonna
I'm gonna
start
just keep my
gatekeeping their
original opinion to myself about that, but that's just corny, bro.
let's start gaslighting people to avoid taking responsibility for their own actions, and therefore that would make them a quote-unquote girl boss. It could be something small too, like this dude plate cleaned the entire cookie jar and he was trying to convince his girlfriend that he didn't do it and he didn't eat all the cookies, even though he knows for a fact that he did it. But the fact that he has to go to that level just to convince you, like, you're better off just confessing. Like, why go through all these extra hoops just to not take the blame? But yeah, this one kind of ties in with blame shifting as well. They will literally do anything to have zero blame and just be the perfect person in this situation. Oh, they did nothing wrong. It was all your fault. You. Like, at this point, you're better off just taking accountability and just moving forward. Like, there's no point of trying to blame shift. And you're just better off settling it like adults.
Yeah, nah, me personally, when accountability, I feel like I don't care. I'm gonna categorize all women in this. I don't care. Women hate accountability. They suck at taking account. They suck at being accountable for things that they've done wrong. They will argue you up and down, knowing that they're wrong, but they'll just keep on going. It gets to a point where you just say, "All right, whatever, cool." And they still going. Throw your headphones in. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? You want Me and you both know that you're wrong, but you're trying to sit here and convince me that I'm wrong for pressing, not even pressing, but for addressing a certain situation. What are we talking about here?
Responsibility for where you went wrong. But now we got yapping about their ex. Like, if you're on a date and they're just...
Oh yeah, for sure. That's instant red flag. Instant cut. We don't see no type of future outside of this interaction. We have no future plans. I'm not smoking with you again. We can't go get nothing to eat. I won't even text you. Hell, you probably won't even see me on social media, just because of simple fact. That's just a waste of time. Why would you put yourself in that position to have to deal with that?
yimming on about their ex, like, all right, bro, it's time to pack it up, bro. Pack your shit and go. And it just shows that they're not really over the person yet if they're constantly talking about it. Like, if you're with this girl, you should not be yapping to her about your ex-girlfriend. I don't know, that's just only gonna push her away.
Yeah,
it's like
for
this
sure.
girl that you're with is becoming your new personal therapist or something.
Anybody with a lick of respect for themselves wouldn't entertain that conversation or that potential relationship. Just out of the simple respect for themselves and the respect for their energy and time and peace. Hey,
Shit. They want to learn about you, get to know you, not your ex-girlfriend. Like,
Whoa,
Hey,
What's
y'all,
that?
welcome to the
I
Bro
just built a
Side
budgeting app
YouTube
in
where
Base
we do
44.
get ads.
Guys,
Eventually.
Nina
I'ma
just
get
built an
an
app.
like it,
Impossible.
But for now,
Like, I understand breakups are very difficult, but there's no point of talking about it with somebody just constantly all the time that you're trying to pursue. Yeah, bro, it's just not the move. Being rude to workers. Yeah, bro, this one, instant
yeah,
red
for
flag.
sure.
Like, if you
For
were raised
sure, for sure. Your lack of manners, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's like they just here to pay bills and get money. I would say they don't have to be here, but in a way they have to be here. And the simple fact that you're being disrespectful because they're working, not even working for you, but they're, how would you describe it, bro? They are catering to you in a way. They are catering to you. If you go out to eat, the waiter is catering to you and whoever you're with. Just the lack of respect out of here. Because if you're not respecting the help, I don't expect you to respect me, my family, your family, or anybody that comes across your path. So that's gonna put me in different positions and make me feel away. Got me looking stupid because I can't control you the whole time. I shouldn't have to control you. You control yourself.
with
Right.
any form of respect, you understand how important this is. This is a pretty big reflection of the person's character, or honestly, just how they treat people in general is. Like, if they're just being a dickhead for no reason, like,
Yeah,
that's just
nah.
crazy. And especially nowadays, I don't know what it is, but disrespecting customer service workers, it's like a trend on TikTok. I just don't understand it. And it's
That's just corny, bro. Disrespecting customer service workers is corny. Go disrespect somebody on the street, a random person on the street. Why disrespect the person that has to be there? That's all they trying to do is get their paycheck and go home, pay their bills, stack their money for whatever they got going on in their life, and you ain't doing nothing but making it an inconvenience for them. That's so inconsiderate, bro.
off as like a prank. Pranks are supposed to be funny, bro. Like, that is the most unfunny shit ever. Like, imagine going into a McDonald's and fucking up this person's job because you gotta film a video. Like, really? They're already dealing with enough Karens and people like that throughout the day. They gotta deal with some lame ass dude trying to troll them for a TikTok video. Like, that's crazy. Now we got no ambition. Now, I think I was speaking about this earlier when I brought up
sure.
the whole money thing.
For sure. For sure. No ambition. You have to have ambition. If you don't have no ambition or if you have no ambition to do something better in life, like what you want to do with your life, no aspirations, goals, you're just a waste of my time because it's like now I'm taking out of my time to cater to you when whole time when we both got two different things going on. Like we both have, let me slow down a bit. If we both have some type of motion and some type of goal to get where we want to be, we're just growing as a team, as a unit. If I have goals and you don't, I'm just tagging you along like you're my child. I don't need a child. I need another grown adult with dreams and aspirations to do better in life. If you have no dreams and aspirations to do better in life, you just live in life one day at a time, day by day. I can't have you around because you're going to waste my time, bro. Straight like that.
People dead ass have no ambition. Like, it's okay to not have everything figured out right now, but at least you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Not wanting to fulfill a purpose or anything at all is just insane. That is just a major red flag to me. Because, bro, what the hell would you be doing all day? Like, they got no
Literally
job. They're
playing
not
a game, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on your phone. Um, what are you doing? Going to the club late nights, being out all night, just drinking every weekend, shaking your ass in the club. Like, what are we talking about here, bro?
for a job. They're not in college. They're not trying to build a business. Like, am I missing something? I don't know what else they could possibly be doing. People will dead ass say, yeah, you know, I'm a 40-year-old kid, risk taker. You know me. Like, what the hell do you mean risk taker? That just seems like an excuse to do a whole lot of nothing to me, bro. I don't know.
A risk taker, an excuse to fuck off time and money. To look like you're doing something, look like you have a big plan. Whole time you're just wasting time and money. Time is the most precious thing that we have on this earth. We can't buy time. We just can't, straight like that. So for you to sit there and waste it on nothing, What are we talking about, bro?
Anyways, next we got doesn't respect your boundaries. Now, this is one of the things that you absolutely have to do in a relationship. Like, you
sure.
gotta make sure that everybody's on the same page. No lines are crossed that shouldn't be crossed. Everybody should be clear on things that make somebody unhappy, uncomfortable, annoyed, whatever. And they don't respect what you said at all. They just keep doing whatever it is they're doing. Then, to be honest with you, they probably don't even really respect you. They just look at it like, oh, he's not gonna do anything. Or they'll just walk all over you. And that is definitely one of the main things you gotta avoid in a relationship at all costs. And if something bothers you, you just approach it in a mature way. No beef, no drama. Just settle it like adults. There's no need to yell at each other or scream at each other. It will just go way better if it's a civil conversation.
Yep, respect is a universal language. I don't respect nobody that doesn't respect me. Straight like that. I always start off with, I give everybody starts here with respect. It's equal. It's always equal. Do something to disrespect me, it's going lower and lower, lower. Keep on doing it, it's going lower. To the point where you go down there out the frame. What are we talking about, bro? I don't respect you. And you have to respect your partner. Cause how they gonna be your partner if you don't respect them? Straight like that, bro.
And lastly, we got obsessed with astrology. Not just like, oh, I
Oh yeah, that zodiac sign shit. Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's a definite. Oh, that's a definite red flag. The astrology shit. Because how you gonna base your life off stars? It's cool to know that you're a Virgo or whatnot, or whatever your sign is, maybe. That's cool and all, but for you to base your whole life, like, I'm a Leo, so I act like this. I'm a Sagittarius, so of course I'm gonna be that way. Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah,
like astrology. Like, that's fine.
nah.
But being so obsessed
Just
with it
a
to the
lot of
point where
people
it
that
dictates
believe in astrology and all that, they use it as an excuse to do bullshit and be toxic in a way. This is an excuse for you to be less of the person that you could be. Like, bro, no, I ain't got
your
time for that.
entire life, like your friendships, your relationships, all your decisions. That could never be me, bro. Because if my star sign says I'm gonna be lazy, I'm putting in the work to make sure that does not come true. And that is crazy because some people will literally prejudge somebody based on their sign. Like, they didn't even get to know them yet. Like, that's crazy. Like, if we're at this type of level, all right, clearly
Then with that, I'm glad I continued this video. Bro, a lot of people, I heard about Virgos. I'm not compatible with Virgos. That's basically you comparing me to your past experiences with men that were Virgos. So that's basically you just comparing me to your ex, saying I'm gonna be like your ex or your past relationship, whatever you had with dude, because we share the same astrology star or whatever the fuck. You know, red flag. That ties into talking about your ex. I I
red
can't
flag
do
now. So
no.
we gotta tone it down. But yeah, if you guys
I can't do Virgos. Bitch, please. But nah, I said what I said, and y'all heard what I said. So I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.